Namaste and welcome to Tune In Frequency Reading with me, Jeena Joan. And today I want to start this reading with just saying there are some days where we might not feel our best or think that we don't look our best, and we hold ourselves back from doing what we actually want to do or are supposed to do or meant to do or drawn to do. For me, to be honest, there are days when I feel like, I want to do frequency reading, but I feel sick. I don't look my best. I don't want to sit in front of my camera because I don't feel presentable. And I keep myself from doing these frequency readings. And today I'm going to say to myself, no more. No more hiding from what wants to be seen, because I believe that especially those moments where we don't feel our best or we don't look our best, that if we do what we're meant to do, if we are standing in our purpose, and especially for me, like doing something like this, channeling, giving these frequency readings for the collective, I'm also giving that to myself. So the one who is me, who is maybe not in her full power or her full potential in this very moment, is the one who needs these readings the most. And as I am part of the collective, I know for a fact that this is the case, not just for myself, but for many of you as well. So I want to just dedicate this reading for those of you who don't feel their most powerful potential in this very moment, but get to come back into their power and into their fire. Thank you so much. Also, I want to give a little shout out for my friend Claudia. She has this beautiful call for excellence. And I met some wonderful human beings in this call. And yeah, I want to include all of you in this reading. So let's start with our sound bowl. And before we start ringing it, we're going to do as we always do. We're going to sit up straight, close our eyes if we like, and breathe in 3 times through our nose in and out through our mouth. So let's go. Alrighty, let's go. You can keep your eyes closed if you like and just listen and tune into what is resonating with you. Wow. I'm so very glad that I'm doing this because wow, this started off with a bang. I was a little surprised, to be honest, with how much power came through. And then also, there's this word in German, and it's called durchdringend. So it's going through and it's kind of filling you from the inside, and it goes into like every pore or every cell of your body and beyond. And that is kind of what it was. It feels like there is a bam like happening in your life. There's something that is shaking you up or waking you up, and it hits you with a force, and it forces you to crack open, and it forces you to let in what is coming, and it's gonna fill you up with each and every cell. And no, it doesn't necessarily feel comfortable in that moment. It has this, I don't want to say like overpowering, but it's like you're kind of attracted to the power, but it's also you want to let it in. And it's like, um, we were talking about the phoenix, and this is kind of what it is, like a fire you're kind of blown with, and you're like rising. But it has something to do with letting something in fully. And when I say this, I want to refer to love, because as Teal Swan defines it, to love someone or something means to make that thing, that person, that being part of yourself. So, whatever this bang that hits you, make it part of yourself. Invite it into each and every cell of yourself. Welcome it. And then let it transform you. Transform you into your more powerful and your full potential. Something you might have want to shy away from. All right, let's go. Okay, this was more like a cartoon character, like let's say Goofy, kind of running fully into the wall and getting up, being dizzy and kind of going in circles. And so that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Like when you hit a wall, gather yourself, look around you, look into which direction is free, and then go. But first, make sure you slow down for your like dizziness to come into stillness, for you to see everything around you, and then go. All right. So the third one is again something like hitting you, cutting you off, hitting you in your tracks. You feel your most powerful, biggest self. And then there's some comment or someone coming into your life and kind of stopping you from what you want to do. And it stops you for a second, but only for a second, because that person doesn't have any power over you. You get hit by it, but you remember who you are. You remember what you're here supposed to do, and you, even when you have to start from the beginning, you know that you have to go, and you will start working your way through. And with the time and the effort that you want to invest in what you do, in your purpose, in your mission, nobody's able to stop you. Even if you hit a wall from time to time, even if you have those naysayers in your life from time to time, they will never be able to stop you if you decide you will keep on going. All right. So let's look at these cards today. All right. First card coming in is diversity. I love it. I feel like diversity has been a very present frequency in my life, especially in the past few days, last weekend. And I love that we're taking this in. I will probably share another video about that story because I think it's important. All right. I'm going to let you know what these cards were, but I'm going to continue. So these were catcher, empowerment, and heritage, but I feel like this is actually for a person. So I am going back to the collective. All right. So this was alignment in reverse. This goes very well with the second and third gong from the sound bowl when I was talking about these stops or those walls that we hit from time to time. And the wall is more like a environmental stop, and the other one was more of someone else, like a person coming in to want to make us stop. All right, ameliorate. Get ready to have a powerful week this week. And also I'll be reading what this means. All right, so diversity. Diversity, I was talking about like looking around what is there, right? When you have this moment where you're stopping and don't force yourself to continue with what you already know or what you're already doing. Stop for a moment and have a look around into this beautiful, diverse world that you are in at this moment in time. And you will see that there are those who want to go where you want to go, who reach out with you, and who enrich your life. And they're already there, and they're not necessarily exactly like you. They don't exactly look like you. They don't exactly do what you do, but there is so much to learn from these people, and there's so much to benefit from the exchange between you guys. Watch out for your alignment, like what is blocking your alignment. I feel like this card lets us know also, like we really want to look at who is in our tribe. Yeah, you see these like 4 figures, and for me this is you. Yeah, you want to create this space for others to come in. So yes, this is you And this is also your ego. Yeah, because if your ego is ruling your world, your alignment is blocked. Yeah, so you want to tune in, listen to your ego, really be sensitive to what it has to tell you, and make sure it is your true self, your higher self, calling in these people who are going to become your tribe. If you feel in alignment, you're probably already with these. If you still feel the block, there's something you need to change about this. And sometimes it's just like one tiny thing. One tiny thing, maybe it's like one boundary you need to enforce. All right. Ameliorate. This is the card I always read for you because I always forget. And this is something that I learned to love about myself and my head, that no, I don't have to remember everything. And I love that I keep forgetting this card, because the only thing that I know is like, I love this card. And I love when it comes in and I have no idea what it means. Again and again, I always look up the word, but it's like a pleasant surprise I keep giving to myself whenever I pull this card. And so I enjoy it every time. It's, for me, this kind of means that I'm never in a routine with these readings. It always feels like the very first time. So it's like I discover something new, even though I've already met this experience. But here we go again. Ameliorate. If you have drawn this card upright, let yourself feel a renewed hope and faith and a sense that you are truly blessed by the universe at this time. You are entering a loving phase in your life, filled with calm energy, mental stability, and deeper understanding of both yourself and others around you. This card encourages you to have faith in yourself and to believe in yourself. This card is saying to you that over the long term, you should have faith and trust in the universe. Easier said than done. But a better future is waiting for you, and in order to experience it, you must entertain the idea that it is indeed possible. You have endured life's challenges and have been through a difficult time, but you are now open to healing and transformation. Allow hatred, envy, bitterness, and revenge to burn themselves out so that they no longer shadow your life or get in the way of your potential for future happiness. Take a good look at the painful events in your past. Open your mind wide enough to see the gifts that each one brought you. Find approval for what has happened in order to truly begin to forgive. Now is a time to be especially open to new ideas and growth. Listen to the small voice within. You have a strong desire now to find or rediscover a sense of meaning, inspiration, and purpose in your life. You are making some significant changes in your life, transforming yourself from the old you to the new you. By doing this, you are bringing about a fresh perspective on life. You may also be feeling that you are finally honoring the person who you truly are or want to be, rather than simply following a routine that has little meaning to you. There is a deeper spiritual journey that you are going through, which is all about bringing greater meaning and purpose into your life and renewing your inner energy. This card is here to promise you that your future will be better than your past. I'm kind of smiling because it is amazing, because I was just talking about like how I keep forgetting this card. But then again, if you heard what I just said about this card and about this experience with this card and me reading out what it says, my subconscious already knows what's in the card. So I'm saying exactly what is in alignment with this card without me having to look it up again. So maybe I'm going to challenge myself that next time I will just do the reading without having to read out again what the card says, and I'll just go with what my gut tells me. So, yeah, I'm also learning. You can be someone who's a beginner and an expert at the very same time. And I think it's really important to stay open to life and humble yourself by just saying, like, I'm a student of life, so please teach me. And I love learning, and I'm convinced that I will only stop learning when I die, and at least in this very lifetime. So, yeah, this is what I want you to remember. Like, look out for the diversity in your life. Make sure that you come back into alignment by looking at who those people are, who is your tribe. Are they still in alignment with you? And let go of that old self and become the new you, and inspire yourself. And by inspiring yourself, you inspire others. I'm so grateful that I took this time to get into this reading, and this has been a longer reading, but I feel like each of these seconds have been important to get the message out. And for those of you who feel like they have something in the past that keeps reappearing and they want to reframe that story, reframe that old wound that is present in your life in this very moment, I invite you to book a completion process with me, because this work, this tool is just so beautiful in realigning those parts that kind of distance themselves from us, or separate, like they feel like a separate thing, a separate self, but we want to realign it. We want to own it. We want to love it. Yeah, we want to feel complete, and we want to feel whole, because that is who we are. That is our nature. And yes, I just want to thank you. Thank you for taking the time to sit here with me, for tuning in with me time and time again. I love doing these collective readings. It's my absolute pleasure and my honor. And I'm doing my best to even use those times where I'm not feeling all my best self to still come back to this work, to let the messages come through. And if this is a very hard time for you and you feel like you can't do it, I hope this resonates with you and it gives you that hope back and that sense of self. Like, I need to do my work, what I came here to do, because if I don't do it, there is nobody else who can do what I am here to do, because there is no other you but you. Namaste, and stay tuned.